Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we have a very special video related to your most favorite accessory, shoes. Shoes are the best way to put together a statement. After all, you cannot pull off your favorite look without a pair of matching shoes. But no, we are not going to talk about shoes today. We are going to shift our attention to, let's just say, what we would call a shoe war. No, don't get confused. Give us some time to explain. Close your eyes and list out some of the best shoe brands you can lay your hands on. Our best bet is that you definitely have some shoe brand moguls, Adidas and Puma, in the list. And that's fair, these are by far in the list of top 5 shoe companies in the world. But in spite of them being tough competitors to each other, they actually come from the same family, and is in fact the result of what might have been one of the biggest family feuds to date. That's right, Adolf Dassler and Rudolf Dassler, who are the founders of Adidas and Puma respectively, were brothers from the same mother. For the beginning of the story, we have to drive back to the 1920s when the Dassler family was a poor German family in the town of Herzogenaurach. Their earnings came by making custom slippers and shoes, and soon, the Dassler brothers founded the Dassler Brothers Sports Shoe Company in their mother's laundry room. Both the brothers had their natural gifts. While Adolf was a natural craftsman and made the shoes, Rudolf was a natural salesman who made sure that the shoes did a good selling. They soon rose to fame after the shoes adorned the feet of gold-winning Olympians in the 1930s, such as the likes of legendary athlete Jesse Owens. But with international exposure, the brothers started facing friction. The town chronicles described the spat between the brothers to Herzogenaurach, the same as the building of the Berlin Wall for the German capital, and still continues to divide the townsfolk. What exactly split the brothers so much so that they became rivals for the rest of their lives is uncertain. Many people believe that it involved stealing inside the business and internal family disputes that broke them up. There are also many who are convinced that the spat happened because Rudolf had an affair with Adolf's wife Kathy, which Adolf never forgave. The town chronicles also mention an incident during Allied bombardment in 1943, when Adolf and his wife apparently clambered into an air shelter beside Rudolf, when Adolf commented, "The Schweinhunde, pig dogs, are back." Although Adolf insisted he meant the RAF pilots, Rudolf was convinced that his brother was foul-mouthing him. There is also another theory that while Rudolf had fled the Nazi front in 1945 and was arrested on his way back, Adolf gave the US occupiers information about his brother to get himself out of the way. Maybe it was either of these incidents, or maybe it was all these quarrels combined and the result was inevitable. After the World War, the brothers split the company and established their individual companies on either side of the river Aurach, which runs through the middle of the town of Herzogenaurach. It was symbolic in a way. The brothers' rift created an enmity in the town that has been running for generations. Adolf decided to call his company Adidas, which is short for his nickname Adi and Dassler. Rudolf tried to go the same by naming his company Ruda, but eventually renamed it Puma. The town was affected because when the split happened, at least one member of each family was employed at the Sportfabrik Gebrüder Dassler, the company founded by the brothers. A split meant the people of the town had to choose who they wanted to work for, and this even extended to different pubs, butchers, bakeries, and gravestones for Adidas and Puma workers. Even to the point where an Adidas and a Puma employee being friends was impossible to think of. Married couples, both of whom worked for different companies, became non-existent. What began was not only an intense rivalry between the brothers personally and a town rift that carried on for nearly 70 years, but an even fiercer competition in the business world that still has no signs of stopping. The intense sibling rivalry was obvious and shaping up even after their deaths. In fact, it is said none of the brothers talked to each other even when Rudolf was on his deathbed. But again, we are faced with conflict on this opinion, as many people believe they did reconcile before their deaths. According to Helmut Fischer, Puma's in-house historian, the Dassler brothers got their drivers to take them to a secret meeting in Nuremberg for half a day just 6 months before Rudi passed away. However, he also stresses that they wouldn't have told anybody even if they had reconciled because of the repercussions that would be caused between their workers, which certainly would have affected their businesses. It is rightly said that the brothers built on Herzogenaurach's manufacturing traditions. The town was known for its textiles and shoes, and both the brothers respected and embraced their father's tips for the trade. Even though the company is not controlled by the Dasslers anymore, their headquarters remain where they first started. Although the town gradually diffused its Adidas versus Puma tension after the brothers' deaths in the 1970s, and even more so after a diplomatic match was organized in 2009, which was an attempt to heal the years of enmity, there are still lesser aggressive remnants of the rivalry that the brothers established. The football match organized between the workers of the companies on the 21st of September 2009 is to this date called the Peace Day. The most astonishing thing about the people of Herzogenaurach are the branded clothes they wear. From young to old inhabitants, you can spot everyone sporting either Puma or Adidas from top to bottom. Even today, people wearing a combination of the brands are rare to spot. And employees of either companies still tease each other about the brands, but in a funny manner. Mayor German Hacker is probably the only person you will find in the town who wears a combination of the two brands to diffuse diplomatic challenges. He actually comes from a Puma family and says, "My aunt was a Puma veteran. As a child, I only had Puma clothes. Wearing an Adidas jacket would have been unthinkable." The presence of the companies in the town is noticeable, building brand centers, showrooms of their most successful products, and there is even talk about a museum to be built for honoring the Dassler brothers. Adidas and Puma influence the townscape, the town's sports clubs, annual festivals, and the streets, making it a heaven for sports historians and tourists alike. Today, the companies are amongst the top manufacturers for branded shoes. After the brothers' deaths, the ownership was passed on to their sons, and subsequently it became public limited companies in the 1990s. Adidas is worth $51 billion on the stock exchange and employs people from across 100 countries. Puma lags behind, worth $6.95 billion. But in the words of Ulf Santia from Puma, "We have the fastest man in the world on contract. We have the football world champions Italy, and Madonna wears our products. We're not doing badly." And he is certainly not wrong. Some might have called the family feud unfortunate, but the shoe industry has definitely been blessed by the competitive spirit and the urge to be better radiated by both the brothers. If you loved the video, do not forget to press the like button. Also, do tell us your thoughts on the Adidas and Puma rivalry in the comment section below. We will be back with another video very, very soon.